came to Focus Athletics after I had a strained MCL. I had a mountain bike crash and I fell off a bridge, so I thought I'd hurt myself really badly, but as it turns out, it's just a strained MCL. And in the rehab process, learned that I needed to strengthen my hamstrings and my glutes. And so my first couple sessions here, I was actually shocked to find out how weak my hamstrings and glutes really were. And so we started off doing that, focusing on lower body strength, because being a triathlete, I don't do a lot of strength training, and so mostly cardio. And that evolved into doing more core work. And I also, another major discovery, that the core wasn't as strong as I expected it to be.
Sure.
So after about 4 to 6 weeks, I started to begin to feel a difference. Strengthening, I was able to complete the exercises and the drills better. The landings were better, adding a little bit more weight, but really not focusing on how much weight you're lifting, but really on the technique.
Sure.
The benefits, aside from that, were I found I was actually getting a little bit leaner, surprisingly. Pants were getting a little loose, so I think that core strengthening, it's a nice little perk, but it's really not the purpose. Okay. And now I'm looking at trying to add this and supplement this to my triathlon, just with, I think, lower body strength in the glutes and the hamstrings. That'll help me on the bike and the run. And core is obviously critical to all three: swim, bike, run. Yeah, I think for most endurance athletes, you really focus on just cardio work. So every hour you get, you want to spend either swimming, biking, or running. And so what we neglect is supplementing that with either strength training or stretching. And both are obviously important. So I think for me, the big epiphany is that this can help. Not that you're going to do a lot of work, because our goal is not to bulk up. We want to stay pretty lean, as lean as possible. But the program that I'm doing here at Focus Athletic is really designed to just work on strength without the bulk.
Sure.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens come our big races in June, and obviously the 70-point Ironman 70.3 in Cebu in August. But my expectations are high that this program is going to help. Christine Warren, who did some of my PT, suggested I start coming over here, and I was doing my rehab here, just working on the knee, and we gravitated from strictly PT then into strength training. And so I tried it for a month. I kind of liked what was going on, and so this is, I think, my 5th month now. And clearly I am seeing a benefit from that. But of course I want to see what happens when I combine the culmination of the strength training, which is actually only two days a week, with all the cardio work I do. So it's got to be looked at in conjunction with one another, and we'll see what happens. Well, I mean, here, obviously you have your choice. You can come in and do your own thing, but then you've also got the one-on-one training. And what I've observed with all the trainers I've worked with is that they're very knowledgeable, and they're very specific, because it's very easy in a gym for the instructor to or the trainer to just let you do your thing. But here, I've been coming 5 months and I'm still getting corrected, which is a good sign. That they're not letting down. They want to make sure that you're focusing on the technique. And I think that's really important, because here it's not like CrossFit, where how many reps can you max out at, and how heavy a weight are you going to carry, because that's going to lead to injury. This stuff is about getting the technique down, getting the core movement down, and strengthening that particular functionality. Well, I think Focus is about focus. Honestly, it's so easy to try and be all things to all people, and I don't think that's what Focus Athletics is about. It's about, first, let's pinpoint what is your particular need. Let's focus on that. That pun is intended. But then you can gravitate from there. If it's a hamstring issue, if it's a knee issue, if it's a shoulder issue, let's cure that, let's get that ready. And then if you want to go to the next level and then strengthen another muscle group, or you want to look at it in totality, you have that option. But it's also about taking gradual steps and not trying to overload the body too quickly. Well, I've encouraged people. They've said, what are you doing? They've noticed a little bit of a physical change, and they said, what are you doing differently? And I'm doing a couple things differently. One, as I get older, once you cross 50, you find out that all of a sudden your metabolism slows down. So I've really watched my diet more than I have in the past. I've almost eliminated rice from my diet, and I focused on quinoa, which has been a great substitute. So that's one. I've kept my cardio training, although not quite the same level as my Ironman training, but still keeping that up. But then here, you know, the core training here makes a huge difference. And the beauty about this is, yes, you can come in and do it, but I've been traveling a lot, and I can take a lot of these routines with me. And even if there's not a gym in the hotel, I can do some of this stuff in my hotel room or in the hotel gym. So I would encourage people to at least give it a try. And that's the only way you find out. Give it a month if you like it. Give it a couple more months, and then just see, you know, before and after. Is this helping me? It's certainly going to help in the core strength and the lower body. Endurance sports, you don't need the ball, right? You can actually get an excellent workout in 30 minutes, so you don't have to go out there and spend. It's one after the other, very short water breaks. So if you're true to the program, you know, you can get an excellent workout in 2 30-minute sessions.